Welcome to Minnesota, papi. The how we looking. Man, I bomb you, silver spoon. The how we looking. Money came too soon. The how we looking. Paycheck, jealous student loan. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men. The how we looking. We coming through your front door. The how we looking. Jella Tupac and Death Row. The how we looking. We buy yellow show. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men. The how we looking. We spending all the old money. The how we looking. Making way for the new money. The how we looking. When we die, we not carrying money. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men. The how we looking. And they say we like good time. The how we looking. Our bills pay on time. The how we looking. Our chamon and fun. The how we looking. Yeah, man. All my Minnesota men. The how we looking. They bring more open. The how we looking. My chamon cooking. The how we looking. All the liquor store open. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men. The how we looking. Say our getting can support men. Allah. So they coming to approach them. Why? When they come, we will host them. How we looking. By their fruit we shall know them. The how we looking. Just a poor paranormal thing. The how we looking. In America, the common thing. The how we looking. But we stay here running things. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. Minnesota not a hot topic. The how we looking. But it's sweet, yellow hot chocolate. The how we looking. They vest, but they can't stop it. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking. Hey, the how we looking, papi. The how we looking. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking. Welcome to Minnesota, papi. The how we looking. Minnesota no party. The how we looking. The men yeah high here. The how we looking. We let the street by way. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. But Sunday we can go to church. The how we looking. Oh yeah, we gotta go pay respect. The how we looking. Oh, we made a puppet vest. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. Experience on fire for Jesse, the how we looking. Anything we do, the people like it, the how we looking. Everybody got good credit, the how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. United Brothers pop balling, the how we looking. Wasting money, just like rain falling, the how we looking. So iPhone recording, the how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. I block all the fake people, the how we looking. All the two-faced people, the how we looking. In my life, I need great people, the how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. You jump behind my old team, the how we looking. I will jump behind your new team, the how we looking. If you jump behind my new team, the how we looking. Coming for your old and your new team, the how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. They
got very, very much funny. He will jump behind the man old and his new team. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, but we like it, yeah. The how we looking. We got a cold medicine. The how we looking. Minnesota got everything. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. The how we looking. The how we looking. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. It could have made a woman happy. The how we looking. But don't let her wear the dress. The how we looking. If you get in it, don't start it. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. I'll see you and see me. The how we looking. Looking down, people leave me. The how we looking. I know some people catching feelings. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. When you drink, please don't drive. The how we looking. The police don't take sides. The how we looking. They told my other man car. Now listen. All the fuck up police men. The how they looking. Hey. The how they looking, papi. The how they looking, but we yeah. But we yeah, how we looking, but yeah. But yeah, but we yeah. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. Be a D money, great muscle, the how we looking. But the people know how to hustle, the how we looking. Shout out to the CEO, the how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking, hey. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking. Welcome to Minnesota, papi. The how we looking. Philly say yana. Minnesota say the how we looking. Sean P. The how we looking. Yolo Molly.
D12.
The how we looking. The how we looking. The how we looking. The how we looking. Welcome to Minnesota, papi. The how we looking. Man, I bomb you with silver spoon. The how we looking. Money came too soon. The how we looking. Paycheck, jealous student loan. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. We coming through your front door. The how we looking. Just like Tupac and Death Row. The how we looking. We buy just a war show. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. We spending all the old money. The how we looking. Making way for the new money. The how we looking. When we die, we not carrying money. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. And they say we like good time. The how we looking. Our bills pay on time. The how we looking. Our chamo and fun. The how we looking. Yeah, man. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. They bring more open. The how we looking. My chamo in the creek cooking. The how we looking. All the liquor store open. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. Say our kid can support me. Allah. So they coming to approach them. Why? When they come, we will host them. The how we looking. By their fruit, we shall know them. The how we looking. Just support paranormal thing. The how we looking. In America, that common thing. The how we looking. But we stay here running things. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. Minnesota, not a hot topic. The how we looking. But it's sweet, just like hot chocolate. The how we looking. They vest, but they can't stop it. The how we looking. I'm a Minnesota man. The how we looking. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking. Hey, the how we looking, papi. The how we looking. The how we looking, papi. The how we looking. Welcome to Minnesota, papi. The how we looking. Minnesota, no party. The how we looking. The men yeah high here. The how we looking. We let the street by way. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men. The how we looking. But Sunday we can go to church. The how we looking. Oh yeah, we gotta go pay respect. The how we looking. All we made a papi vest. The how we looking. All my Minnesota men, the how we looking. Experience no fun for Jesse, the how we looking. Anything we do, the people like it, the how we looking. Everybody got good credit.
Oh me, oh my lord, oh me, oh, oh me, oh me. Demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching, they won't see us fail. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now you're well into, let me poo you. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now you're well into, let me poo you. Timo, call them Shaka Timo. Chimon, they belong in Chimon. Putting camp to those that can wait. You not pack on, you now around the place. So you bouncy, they took off them face. Jealous say we get them today. I say, demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching, they won't see us fail. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now you're wedding day, let me poo you. Give me a chance, let me poo you. On your wedding day, let me poo you. The way you feel about me, can I stop my blessing? How you run things, why they stressing? Let me poo you, mama, on your wedding day. I buy the ring, I won't put it on you. Chicken soup, sweet yellow chicken soup. Pepper soup, sweet yellow pepper soup. Then I for you, but you getting wild, well. Got a ring, and you got it, man, oh. Demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching, they won't see us fail. Give me a chance, let me poo you. On your wedding day, let me poo you. Give me a chance, let me poo you. Now your wedding day, let me poo you. Popo, 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 popo. In that womio, womio, womio. All my haters, I say, oh me. Man, you expensive. You expensive. Loving is priceless. Today your day, my man. Joy. We not tell you. Experience play again for Jesse. That is message. Oh me, oh my lord, oh me, oh, oh me, oh me. Demon watching, they won't see us fail. Which girl watching?
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press with this day. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say based on money, they say based on presidency, they say based on technology, they say based on war. Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take up coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend, the children have no food to eat. We got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Hey, yo. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. Major headlines. We got major story. Major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many do you rich? People do you help out there? Most especially women. No job, no money, no plus, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no plus, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines. We got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been writing stories from back for pages. Keep writing stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me.
It's Dash. They want us something different.
I said, let me see your license plate. Jamo, let me see your license plate. Let me see your license plate. Let me see your license plate. I said, let me see your license plate. Jamo, let me see your license plate. Baby girl, I see that to my bring it. Somebody call it at all. I feel it kind of funny. She load that bag of money and I bet she sweet and honey. It's a up in my heart, I want project to the plaster. I say, call it that to me. Hey, girl, give me pressure. You know when she rocking it, I think she love ma. I think she pastor. I think she pelle. Or she man now. Let me see your license plate. Let me see your license plate. I said, let me see your license plate.
Let me welcome all of you guys to the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Here we discuss the truth, nothing else but the truth. For our brothers and sisters who want to join us today, I will be able to make the link available into the comment sections, so you guys can be able to join us. And the link will be available right now as I'm making the link available. Please join us. for us to be able to make this discussion a fruitful one. Well, my friend and brother, Anthony, welcome. You are muted, Anthony.
Hey, AB, how you doing?
I'm trying to be good. Let me bring a few clips. Then before that, then we can be able to discuss. We can be able to go into the discussions.
Okay.
Okay.
They don't want to invite me.
Are you willing to attend? So
I will go there.
On June says the police RG updated like when people on the case and said the first attempt to burn the Capitol building was staged on November 8th, where Tom Edry and John Yanti attempted to enact fire on the second floor. But why didn't the police arrest them at that time?
So the question go to Gregory, Joseph Barco, police director. The question go to him. No, letting a jail about running out of few people. It will not work. People do not have case. The case will get a Joseph Barco, the Joseph minister, and the director of police plan to bring the Capitol building, and they bring the Capitol building. But before bringing the Capitol building, they took the junta speaker and took off for the chair from them. All those chairs they were using, those chairs they didn't get burned. And the Capitol building got burned.
You could be a good person who could help even the defendants that you might be supporting in terms of providing evidence. Are you willing to share pieces of evidence with the media?
No, I will not share with you until the court send for me. You not court. You working with spoon. They are gonna give my evidence.
So I see you at the police station today concerning your vehicle.
Look. My counselor have advised that will put the regime police on notice. So my office of general communication are coming to sign right here to take it to them. I seen them on the status of my case and waiting to go to court.
So why now you summons up? Because you are now
the police of regime police.
It seems that you are
you saw me coming with security here. It's gonna put it. You saw me coming with security here. And I just tell Joseph Barco, Johnny Doe, Joseph Barco, that police have been scared. I'm speaking to President Barco. Reckless, irresponsible President Barco.
Your colleague will spare you.
Oh, my man, I'll tell them room. You see me dignify that place? That we're not in the interest of the people.
What about many of the supporters have issue with your posted insult on the presidency?
Oh, but they don't have issue yesterday, but they got issue today. Tell them, say to hell with them, they are not my followers. If you want to have issue today, you should have had an issue yesterday.
Why do you always insult the presidency?
Because it's not proceeding the right way. Is it an insult to say you're reckless, man?
Is there any way?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how irresponsible and how bad the Joseph Barco.
Link for the preliminary.
So much. You can see that from the beginning of this process, now only today, from the onset, we have built a prosecution that will now point a wrong finger behind a wrong person. We must make sure that the investigation is very thorough, very thorough to the extent that when we say you are the doer of the act, there should be nothing else. What we have done is that we are going to go after people who are suspected to be the committer of any offense to make sure that the evidence is cogent, conclusive, and the evidence must meet all the quality of test of evidence. And so we brought these people to court. We are not pretending about it. Evidence are overwhelming, and those who collected the evidence, those are trained, tested, and well-informed people in the criminal justice system. They have made no mistake, and you will see it from now on. We are going to hold those who bring our sacred house. Now, this is a state house. This is where the decision comes from. This is the board of directors of our government. They make the decision. They do the expenditure. They determine what the president make. They determine what we make our prosecutor. So when that house, it means we are bringing the government to its knees. So we're not taking their case for granted. That is why the evidence we collected is not ordinary evidence. It meets the test of prima facie. And that is why the judge ruled. You heard the judge ruling. The ruling is well informed, and we are going to follow. In fact, what you are seeing is more. You will see from now on. This was not ordinary something. We had local investigator. They did proper job. We are international investigator. They also help the local investigator. So what we have is not just ordinary something. We are investigating this case to its very, very best.
Okay, SJ, now the court have ruled in your favor. The matter will now be transferred to criminal court A. What next for state? The state.
The next thing is to make sure that we draw the indictment, which is almost about to be conclusive, and the indictment will be very, very conclusive. While you hold it, there will be nothing that will be changed. Only other thing that we believe should be into the indictment will be added.
How can you disabuse the public number on this issue about the oversource evidence that having to do with the social media or the video? Because many believe that there is a plenty you have. What can you say about this?
Well, let me tell you something. I'll say something to you. Most of the lawyers believe that we do the law outside of the court. And so that is why it has been very difficult for me to take public stage, for me to appear before the press to talk. Because when we are discussing, we discuss law in court. When you leave the court, you come out to discuss to people like the lawyers are making the public to believe that this evidence that is in court is different from the evidence that they are presenting up. It becomes a different issue. When you have evidence, go to court, argue in court, present the evidence before the court. What you say out is something from your perspective. And that is why most of the lawyers here believe. It's unfortunate that most of the time they don't hold some of the lawyer for contempt of court. Because when the case is ongoing, the case is sub judice. You cannot leave the court to come and discuss the case out and discuss the merit of the case to deceive the public for a reason best known to whoever lawyer that is involved in that. We are lawyers that are trained, tested, and we do the right legal process in court, not out.
Now, Mr. SG, the case has been transferred, and during the hearing, defense took an exception. How do you intend bringing others that are connected to the case that are out of the country, because there are more suspects that were named in the matter?
Well, that is within our reach. That is within our reach. We can't discuss most of the things over air because if we did so, maybe some of the people that we are not arrested may run away. But all of the people, most of the people that were involved, they have been got. They are almost all of them are gotten. But what I want to say further is, you heard the evidence. You listen to the evidence.
I'm happy. I'm okay. So you can get that from my lawyer.
Are you prepared to prove you're innocent now at the criminal court A?
The lawyer will tell you all that. Right? So the lawyer will speak to you all that.
So let's talk to Councilor Chineto Masakwe.
No, I'm not disappointed, not at all. That's the procedure, right? So the essence or the purpose of preliminary hearing is to establish probable cause.
But deep down into your hand, do you think the court established probable cause in connection to the charges against your client?
Well, the matter has just begun, right? So the matter has just begun. So this court has limited jurisdiction, right? It is limited to preliminary hearing. So in the court wisdom, right, they say they have established probable cause. Well, they have been transferred. You go to criminal court that has authority to adjudicate this matter, right? And then we go to the matter, and they got to prove the matter there.
Do you think the state have sufficient evidence to win your client?
I don't think so. They don't.
So why didn't happen? Why didn't happen here, Councilor?
Have been transferred to criminal court A. They are now going for a possible indictment. Are you not troubled by that?
I'm not troubled at all. The indictment is just an allegation, right? Just statement of allegation, right? And with that statement of allegation, the defendant are presumed innocent until the contrary proof. 1, 2, they have the burden of proof. The state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, in establishing this matter. So the indictment does not amount to conviction.
For the account, they prove that you have a strong defense in this matter.
Yeah, we do. We do. Reasonable doubt, right? And so they have the burden of proof. That burden of proof remain with them until this matter is established. Right?
Are you going to the Supreme Court, Council?
We have not reached the Supreme Court.
But you took exceptions.
We took exception where
to the ruling.
It is a requirement of the law that the procedure.
Okay, so
that's a procedure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do we expect for your legal team at this point? Looking at all of the audio
is to adequately represent the defendant in this matter, right? we represent the interest, they ensure that justice is administered. Right?
Counsel, are you disappointed?
I am not disappointed, not at all. Not at all. We're not disappointed. This is a procedure. I think this is a procedure. The matter doesn't end here, right? The matter has been transferred to the court that has authority to investigate this kind of crime charge. So at that court, they have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. The matter is going to start de novo me. The matter is going to start all over at criminal code A. And they got to come forward with the evidence. They got to give out what they call discovery, the set of evidence that they rely on to charge the defendants. And we're going to go through this matter.
There is a training audio currently, that audio seems to be the state major evidence. Are you intimidated by that audio?
The first thing, I don't speak to speculation, so I don't know what you're talking about. I don't refer to social media evidence. I refer to the set of facts that we presented to me. So the discovery that the prosecution will present to us is what we want to refer to, not social media evidence.
How strong is your legal team?
Very strong, my brother. One of the best in this country.
Counsel,
what makes you strong?
Other fair you.
What makes you strong?
You, the record speak for itself. You ask for Councilor Jonathan Massacre, right? The record speak for itself. From the Magistrate Court to the Supreme Court. Go there. I will not speak for everyone. So you need to tell your colleague that I'm one of the
yes.
You're a judicial reporter, right? So you need to tell him that.
So in your argument at the level of the Monrovia City Court, I mean your point here was there were no substantial ground meaning as to where the source of these evidence were from, especially the evidence from the prosecution. Now it was based upon this that you've been pushing for the case to be dismissed, and you see the case the evidence have been accepted and it's going before the court. You're not okay for the prosecution. I mean, do you still think you still have a hope to see how best they all the court?
So when the judge gave his final ruling, we took exception, right? That's a procedure, right? We know that, we go to criminal court A, we're going to make it a matter of point at the court there that we took exception to the lower court decision before criminal court A. So it doesn't suggest to you or suffice to say we accepted whatever the court says. As a matter of fact, this court has limited jurisdiction. This court does not have jurisdiction to charge this matter. What the court jurisdiction is limited to criminal hearing. To establish probable cause. Now that the court said that there is probable cause to further charge or prosecute this matter, right? We go now to criminal court A as being transferred to start this matter de novo, and they have to prove that case. It doesn't shift.
Do you think so far for the pre-trial, the pre-hearing of the case at the Monrovia City Court that just ended, do you think some of the charges are applicable? Like they charge nearly everybody for also criminal ministry, criminal facilitation, conspiracy. Do you think some of the charges are applicable based on the evidence that you are seeing so far?
Well, we have our strategy, right? We can't speak to all of the issues in the press, right? So when we speak to all of the issues, we get a clue. We don't want to get a clue. So when we get a criminal code A, having presented to us the discovery, we're going to peruse those evidence are presented to us. We're going to make our representation.
Councilor Massacre, before you leave, please. Another issue that prosecution is also pushing is the fact that the same crimes, I mean, that were level against edges and all of should similarly be transferred to the full lawmakers. Do you see that as also troubling, especially where you are moving at the level of the?
Well, I don't understand the mentality of the prosecution, right? Because if you're accusing four lawmakers of arson, right, it also suffices or it suggests to me that you have to put them on the crime scene. Now, at this hearing, they didn't establish that where it left for them to answer. What we're saying, at criminal code A, they have the burden of proof. They have to prove beyond the reasonable doubt that these guys are charged and they are guilty of the crime charge. Alright? And they'll be convicted. They have that burden of proof. We don't have the burden of proof. It remains with them until the matter is concluded.
Thank you so much, Councilor Massacre. All right, Councilor. So you listened to Councilor Chineton Massacre. Let's get Sylvester. Let's get to the constitutional lawyer. Councilor Bambu, welcome. Are you a Muslim?
Today they having something in honor memorial of the Sawyer Foundation. Amon Sawyer.
Okay.
Amon Sawyer was a politician. Amon Sawyer, it was during his time, his interim government, when my husband, former Chief Justice, who was nominated to serve as Chief Justice. He's an activist, so I'm going there. You see, the last time when they sprayed me with tear gas, my boys on the street told me, say, raw potato grease. So I went there. I had to come to the court every time.
So please,
court. So I said, now leave it. I see the thing. So anything.
So will you be waiting to join the legal team for Koffa because you're representing out there at the police station?
That's a damn lie. I will not represent him.
You say you will stay for the rule of law.
The rule of law. That's why I don't have your girls interview me because you read, you learn, and you listen, you talk. They say, you say, I say, and I in a say.
But it's a same rule of law that continues.
Councillor Boo.
Please, if you got some kind of thing against or for Koffa, leave me or a laugh for me more, you go, yeah, Titi got belly.
Welcome. Let us be able to take you for your opening statement. You are muted.
That was my favorite interview today. No, in all fairness, right? Something with the media institution in Liberia. Like, journalists or reporter would just make up story. She assumed that the woman
was a defendant of
Koffa.
Koffa, yeah.
The woman only said no, she stand for the rule of law. She said, oh, but I thought you were supporting. As a reporter, what would you say? I thought you were supporting. Look, and I wrote earlier today, I made a comment on some other post today. No, I think I was on network a post. They also reported that the court ruled against the lawmaker. No, the court forwarded the case to Criminal Court A because that court does not have jurisdiction on some of the charges levied against those lawmakers. So the case was forwarded to the court with the proper jurisdiction to adjudicate the case. But as a news network, you don't report the case as though they rule against. Forwarding the case to the appropriate jurisdiction does not mean one will rule against. Again.
No. Let me hold you there. It seems to be like you came here to sugarcoat the whole thing.
How can sugarcoat? Listen, we want balanced reporting. Their reporter should be balanced and it should be independent. Now, taking a side. They put themselves in the news. They are not the news. They are not our witnesses. They should report the news as it unfolds.
Okay. I was trying to believe that the case was forwarded, right?
Correct.
But equally so, J. Fonati Councillor Massacre, who is the lawyer for the lawmakers. They asked that the case should be thrown outside. That the case should be thrown because the government does not have sufficient evidence. The first thing first is that they did. I come in. The first thing first they did is that they were able to come out. They were able to come out to ask the judge for the judge to be able to throw away, for the judge to be able to deny all of the evidence that the reporter brought, whether from social media. The judge denied that claim. The judge denied that motions. Then on Friday, which was today, they came that since the judge did not grant them the motion, they are taking an exception to the case. They are taking an exception. And secondly, and thirdly, then they asked the judge to be able to throw the case outside because first thing first, that when they appear, both parties, both Councillor Koffa lawyer team and the government lawyer, they have to argue in front of the judge. Then the judge set up his ruling. The judge said that this case, this guy has sufficient evidence to adjudicate this case. So because of that, I am forwarding this case to Criminal Court A because I does not have that power for me to be able to adjudicate this case. So that's how it went.
So, AB, in every legal matter, the defense will put up things like that you don't have probable cause or you don't have substantial evidence to try my client, blah blah blah.
I just want to make a quick announcement. If you want to join us on this live, like I promised you guys that I was going to drop the link in the comment sections. The link is currently in the comment section. If you want to join us, do away right now, be seated and be able to join us here as we discuss this case issue. Go ahead. Thank you.
So here is the thing here. For me, I want to know who did it, and if anyone is held accountable, they should be prosecuted and held accountable. I'm not here to defend either side. Yeah, it's what I'm speaking to. The way the news was written today, the way other people came out celebrating, I think it was a misleading information. The state has to establish probable cause.
It did not say nobody celebrating. It did not say nobody celebrating.
My man, then you see other posts. If you didn't see it, that's fine. But it was out there, right? Some posts said the people are already guilty, right? And that is not true. They are not guilty. Yet, the state had the burden of proof to prove them guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The state also have the responsibility, whatever evidence they have, to attach that evidence and put them on the crime scene, right? And those things will have to take place. So right now, the case is at the beginning stage. They're gonna go to criminal court A, and they will start that preliminary process right there. All right, they will bring the evidence forward. The defense team will have to examine the evidence. They have to accept the evidence or decline the evidence, and all of the different things. They have to go through all of that before even trial, right? So my thing here is the way the news has been reported, and my frustration is with the news media. The way they report news in Liberia is very sad. Look, as a reporter, your job is to report the news as is. You are not there to eye yourself. You are not eyewitness. You weren't there when the news happened or when the incident took place. So only report what you heard and what information you got. Don't report the news as though you were eyewitness. You were not there.
No. Indeed, Spoon FM has an eyewitness who was in a court, who is seated in a court.
Listen here.
Yeah.
Listen here.
Mm-hmm.
You are not to add or subtract what is not reported. Perfect example. The question they get asked the counselor, right? Are you going to join the Koffa team? She said no. But I thought you were part of that kind of thing. You can't report like that, right? I saw another post today that said, "Oh, you can already confess." Confess to what? You can only say they had a conversation in the car. He authenticated one of the conversation. All right. This same Yeke was a crazy guy before. When Yeke started saying things that JMB can urinate on himself, he can do this on himself, they say Yeke are crazy. That the same crazy men today, they are quoting. Sometimes when these people talk, I can just sit back and laugh. Another guy just not Lieutenant Kamara just wrote and said, "Oh, the people already guilty, they must go to jail." The law doesn't work that way. Everyone is presumptive innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. I am not here to defend the government. No, I'm not here to defend the lawmakers. What happened to our nation capital building is sad. It's an embarrassment. Those who did it should be held accountable. But until we can use the proper... Allow me to finish that. Until we can go through the proper court proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
If the state can prove beyond reasonable doubt, yes, indeed, those lawmakers commit the crime, then so be it. But equally so, the state is under obligation to present evidence that will tie these people to the crime scene. Because in the code of competent jurisdiction, there is no speculative thought. What if, should have been, or supposed to be. Those phrases does not suffice in the code of law. either the person did it or they didn't do it. And that is why I'm relaxed and waiting to see the process through. But the way many of the, like at Lucini right here. So this kind of comment when you see it, you get live, right? You talk about the first defeat. There is no first defeat here, Flomo Livingstone. The problem here, defense lawyer will also argue that, hey, that client did nothing wrong. That client, is innocent. They will play that role. You bring evidence, they will say the evidence not substantial. They will do that. That's part of the defense playbook. The prosecutor, however, has to also defend the state and say, your client committed a crime. And yes, why your client committed a crime. Need to provide those evidence and tie those people to the crime scene. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the state right or they wrong or they right, the state wrong. I'm not saying none of those things. What I'm saying here, each side has a responsibility here. That's what I said.
Yeah, but I want to ask you a few questions. If you think that some of those lawmakers, I'm not saying all, if you think that some of those lawmakers are not guilty, for what reason Dixon Seeboe, who is a representative, his 2 office staff after the incidents, he have to transport the two office staff and the government lawyer. They have that evidence and they have that recording because they kind of were able to. It's one of the great things that this case does is that the lawyer on the government side, they were able to subpoena the court law. Now, what do you think about that? Will you say
so the call log does not do audio unless there's something else they're talking about. But a call log will not give you date and time where the phone call originated from, inbound, something we call an inbound and outbound. Okay, inbound it's a call coming into you. Outbound is you placing out the call.
But
right?
do you agree that
but call log can be attainable. Call log can be attainable by subpoena. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that was one.
Even you right here, you can see your own call log. If you go to I don't know whatever phone carrier you have right now, you can log into your call log. You can see how many phone calls or text messages you send within a month. You can see that thing. You don't have to. Your call log don't have to be subpoenaed. I can pull my own call log right now off my phone.
Okay, so
it don't have to be subpoenaed.
So what do you think of that?
Well, a call log only says
no. I'm not
Anthony
talking about the
no,
call
listen
log
now. Listen here. A call log only says Anthony call AB at 3 a.m. this morning, or 5 p.m. this afternoon, or this evening, or at 8 p.m. this evening. That's what a call log shows.
Okay.
Right? It does not show anything else. It only show the duration of the call. Message? The call log only show the duration of the call, the timestamp of the call. Okay. That all it shows, and the phone number you call. Okay. That's all it shows. It does not take audio. In order to extract the audio, that's a different process and a different level. But just call log shows the timestamp and the duration of the call, the date and time and the duration of the call. That's all the call log shows.
So text messages are not included in all of that.
No, text messages are not included in call log, but you can also obtain text messages. But that's a different that.
But this government, that's what I'm saying to you. This government was able to subpoena everything. Both two companies.
Yeah.
The two companies, both Lone Star and Second, this government were able to subpoena everything.
Yes, you can get text messages.
Down to their WhatsApp. What do you think? What do you think they were able to? They did not provide all of the evidence. They just provide some of the evidence, just a little bit of the evidence. But displaying that WhatsApp group video message.
Yeah.
Now,
So
now, and one
again,
person will be wondering how they gonna manage to obtain that.
come on.
No,
Hold on. Every GSM company or every SIM card is registered, and once the SIM card is registered to you, it can be traceable. It can be traceable. You and I communicating right now, right? Our conversations hitting a server back to you. It goes through a server, a tower before it gets to you. So the conversation we're hearing right now is hitting a specific server that have all of the data before it can even get to you. Before you place a phone call, all the routes, all the hops it goes through before it comes to you have a backup server to it. So yes, the data can be collected.
So I'm asking
Even
you,
if somebody take a cell phone and smash the phone, crash the phone, you can still retrieve the information.
Yeah, I know that.
So that's nothing in there, right? You
So-
can take the
so-
computer
so
and crash the
what-
computer,
what
smash
do
it
you
up.
have to say
If they want to get the information, they'll get it.
about the two servers that were
So
involved into
here's
the
the thing
fire.
right here, right?
Mhm.
AB, an indictment is not a guilty verdict.
I know that.
Good.
You myself know
The
that.
second thing here is that you may have a phone conversation. It's one thing to have a phone conversation and text messages. It's another thing to tie that text message and that phone conversation to the crime scene. You have to put them to the crime scene. It's not because a conversation was held, so automatically the crime that was committed, that day the one committed the crime.
You need to look at the time of the.
Listen, I'm not defending them. Listen, I'm not a lawyer. First of all,
No, but you need to look at when the call take place. You need to look at when the text messages take place.
Listen here. Listen.
It has to be linked.
Listen.
It has to be linked, though. It has to
Listen
be linked
here.
to the crime scene.
So listen here. Safoko said, I will burn the Capitol building, and the Capitol building burned. Right? Safoko on tape. I will burn this place down, and the Capitol building burned. Where is Safoko today? You can hear Safoko saying he will burn this place down. Right? And the building got burned. Will you say that Safoko burned the building? If you say that for Safoko, then here's what you need to do now. You need to tie Safoko saying, I will burn the building to the crime scene. That's what it is. That's what they call proving guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Your guilt, when you press charges on people for them to be guilty on that particular crime, the evidence that you present should surpass any reasonable doubt. That's all it is. I'm not saying they are guilty or they are not guilty. I'm not saying none of that. I'm not supporting the government. I'm not supporting the lawmaker. What I'm supporting here is that due process on competent jurisdiction should be adhered to. And the rule of law should play out clearly and squarely, impartially. That's what I'm looking for here. Because look, here's the thing here. A time tracking catch rat alone, right? So if the law is manipulated here, and some people get held accountable, mind you, that law can be manipulated to another time for you, for me, for any other person. So what I want here is for the law to be applied impartially, and that if the evidence prove beyond reasonable doubt that this individual did what they said they did, then so be it. Then let the law take its course.
But I just ask you.
Equally so, if there is nothing tied into the crime scene, then it will walk free. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. And you and myself, it's like you are not understanding me here. I'm
understanding you. I'm just making my point. I'm understanding you.
I am just asking you. So what happened to Dixon Seeboe, two staff that run away? How does he explain that?
I don't have that evidence before me. I'm not privileged to that information you're giving me right now. I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know what conversation transpired before he had to tell. I had no idea. Until that can be proven in court and it stands, then it stands. I am not a lawyer. I am not also a party to none of these people. All I'm doing here is giving my own layman, perspective to this matter. All I can say that the court should be coming will never win any election in Liberia because you refuse to understand how politics works in Liberia. Live with your people and create job opportunity for them. He never been. But what does that have to do with the conversation we're having right now? I'm a little confused. We on a court case, but anyway. So, they
my support
the
to
circumstances
just
here is
judge
that
Bese of the
when
40
people
plus years that
put
I
themselves
entered the bar
into
as
this
a
case,
practicing lawyer, I've had the occasion to deal with him for 24 years. 17 years, he was a practicing lawyer. And I found him to be committed to his clients, knowledgeable of the law, and a good negotiator. And for the 7 years that he served as a judge, I can say that's what I came to talk, to appeal to the senators from Monrovia County, of which I hear from and represented on the Constitution and INA. That is what he needs, Senator Dillon, because you know he's from the opposition, and what our other man is Sir Joseph, but Sir Joseph not here. To appeal to them with the other senators to say, please confirm Judge Bese.
Anthony, you are muted. You are muted. You are muted. Anthony, I have.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Anthony, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So, body language is something that I know I have been observing many times of these cases.
Mm-hmm. But my man, think it's coming from the screen now. What is coming to the screen for you?
What do you have to say? The body language of my friend and brother Abu Kamara. Now, if you were to observe his body language in previous clips and his body language today, to the extent that Dixon Seeboe have to escape from the press for him to be able to jump into his car and leave, that speaks volumes. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about that?
So I listened to their counsel, right? Forget about the individual accused.
No. Let's go to the individual first before we go to the counsel.
Some people, again, other people don't handle pressure well. Some people know how to manage in a situation. This is one of the moments of some people they make noise, but when they're under pressure, they don't behave well. So I guess he can't handle the too much camera coming to him and all of that stuff.
So you have to escape.
I don't know what he was thinking. I'm not in his mind. I don't know what the circumstances, but what I heard today from their lawyer, right?
No, let's go to Abu Kamara. So,
my man, you let Cheche put it in news. Yeah. Look, that's what that part of the news. It don't bother me, right? I look for the real crux of the matter. Y'all look for it like good influence in court and say, look how Mr. Comey sweaty. They play with hat, the man was sweaty. They say, look at the man sweaty. And everybody ran with that. But that case ended up being thrown out of court. But what people remember was that, good influence said Mr. Comey was sweaty. But they forgot to know that was a Booker case from the beginning to the end. It was a Booker case. The case had no merit.
Okay. All right.
You understand?
So
what I'm trying to tell you here, but that case lasted for 6 months before they booted out of court, right? They wasted the man's time. He had momentum, and they get suck up that air out of him because they came out the whole funny narrative that he finger document went. In reality, he did not. Now, it's the same UP government, though. The same UP folks that did that, they're the one in charge now. So you gotta be careful, right? So my thing here, I'm saying here, I like what the council that represented them said today.
What does it say?
Well, it's like he's not bothered. It's like he wants to go to the criminal court and see what evidence there is there. I'm not a lawyer.
You sure that brother Massacre is not bothered? Councilor Massacre is not bothered? Are you sure of that? Are you sure that the man who said the man
so
who
when
said they case
let me ask you this question.
no, I come in. The man who said in court, he said, George, I think this evidence should be thrown outside because it does not have merit. The judge deny you. The judge denied that motion.
But that judge deny him. That doesn't mean the other judge will deny him.
Judge
we have seen that
denied
before.
motion.
Come on, man.
Judge denied him that motion. Then he came back today. He said, I think the case should be thrown out of court.
All right, so let me say this, right?
Then the judge said, no. The case has substantial evidence that it was prosecution. So I will turn it to criminal code A. Then you're telling me that I see Mebra massacre is not bad? Is that what you're telling me?
So let me say this, right? Let me say this. Stop look, first of all, you are a reporter. Stop jumping up when you hear one side. Look, the legal system is very complex, right? Yes, one thing I want to say here. I watched this guy called Clint Eastwood, a Hollywood star, right?
Yeah, man. They're
Hold on. Listen.
Story that you want to bring on here.
Listen. Man. He represented himself in a court of law without a legal counsel. And he took 6 months to gather all of the evidences, stack them the right way, and then went to court. What I'm saying here is that sometimes you may even have the evidence in your hand. It depends how you present that evidence. I saw in America where the lawyer that defended George Zimmerman against Trayvon Martin case, the prosecutor didn't do the good job. So that guy walked away with a crime. I don't know if you were in America when that thing happened. Trayvon Martin, the 17-year-old who had a hoodie and bought a pack of M&Ms and walking down the street going to a house and got ended up being dead after altercation with the would-be guy who wanted to be a vigilante, George Zimmerman. Do you know how the defense lawyer won that case? A 34-year-old guy against a 17-year-old boy fighting on the ground. And the 17-year-old boy was trying to get away from this guy and held the guy and knocked his head on the ground. The guy pulled a gun and shot the little boy dead. But the lawyer of George Zimmerman was able to demonstrate in court that the cement was the imminent threat, though that Trayvon Martin didn't have a gun, but he had another weapon called the cement. He was able to pound the guy's head on the cement, which allowed his client to use deadly force. The prosecutor did not counter that guy's argument, and he won. What I'm saying here, you may have the evidence in your possession as a legal team. Your presentation and your counter argument matter in the court of competent jurisdiction. We saw this case playing out on national TV in America here.
Yeah, I mean, you are right, but have you seen besides today?
I don't know nothing about the case. I don't even have information.
Have you seen the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, who responsibility is to handle this case?
My man, we saw Serena Silva parading that Mr. Comey will wear yellow jumpsuit and blah, blah, blah. What happened to the case?
I'm not talking about Serena Silva. Serena Silva just put a big show. I'm not talking about him. I am talking about this Solicitor General. Besides today, have you seen on TV talking the Councilor Massacre?
Councilor Massacre, we're not talking about what he was asked question. He answered the question directly. He didn't talk outside of the question they're asking. He didn't subtract. He asking the question directly. Now, I am not supporting him. I'm just saying what I heard. That's it. Again,
look, coming out on
sometimes you guys in the media, the way
Now
you report
Fatu,
news.
now
How?
Fatu,
What will it cost you to be independent?
Fatu,
What will it cost you to be independent?
now Fatu,
It's not gonna hurt you.
Fatu, 4848. That is the number to call to be part of the Manelson Abraka talk show. The number to call is 952 452
Welcome to the show, Mobolu. From all the way Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Look. As for me, I want to see. I mean, this a case have not gone nowhere yet.
No, it's not.
You see, the Burner losing with
They got. Oh my God, your propaganda. Look, you want to report the show at the news the way it is.
No, but
You better lose your way.
Look at Abu Bana Kamara. Abu Bana Kamara had taken something for him to be able to lose weight, for him to be able to lose, stay and not lose, but just there in the course of those 2 weeks.
So some of you want to have this conversation. They put the link out there. Stop being a keyboard hero. Come on the show and have a discussion. We're talking about national case. You're talking about 1%. I mean, you're not gonna help yourself here. They put the link in the group chat. Muster the courage to come on here. Let's have a conversation. I can't bite. Don't be afraid of me. But you in the comment section being a keyboard hero and talking about 1%. I mean, come on. Stop being a keyboard hero. Look. Can you imagine? The host gave you a free time. Just come on the show. Just click the link and come on the show. Let's have this conversation. Some of you are afraid. You won't be hiding behind your keyboard. You put that keyboard away. You can have a conversation. But listen, AB, in all fairness, right? Aside from the side joke I just told, but in all fairness, we all want to Liberia. What the justice system will work for all Liberians.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Not just Liberian, but all those that will be, in the country, whether foreigner, whether citizen in the country. Listen, the justice system needs to work. Investor will not come to Liberia if they feel threatening that if I put my money here, there should be situation, I won't be able to get my money back, and blah blah blah. These things shy away investor. I can care less of a non-permanent seat. The non-permanent seat, if the rule of law in the country is not correct, it's not bringing jobs to the country. So that non-permanent seat thing, yes, diplomatically is good. But domestically, what's going to happen for our people? That's the thing. So
domestically, going to provide
what we are seeing in Liberia is that
there's provide job for the people.
Foreign. My man, provide job. You're lied to the Liberian people. The Unity Party administration lied to the Liberian people.
What do you
hold on. The Unity Party administration lied to the Liberian people recently when they went to Yekepa and said Asala Metal Steel iron ore concentrator will create 6,000 jobs. That was a lie. They didn't tell the truth. Because a concentrator doesn't benefit the host country. Hear me clearly. A iron ore concentrator does not benefit the host country. That concentrator is the largest concentrator in the entire West Africa. Second largest is in Nigeria. But let me say this. Asala Metal Steel is the largest iron ore corporation in the world. They've been in Liberia for 20 years. What can Liberia boast of Asala Metal Steel? Look, you see, when we have people like those people who are currently representing us, signing a contract of operations, right? Asala Metal Steel will stay in Liberia for additional 25 years at the price tag of $850 million. When Asala Metal Steel 1 year operation is in the tune of billions. But they will be collecting those billions for 25 years while they only gave up $850 million. Worst case scenario, we don't get job opportunity career advancement, and other benefits
My
that
friend
come
and
with
brother,
that.
you know, as you said, the UN non Security Council seat, you know, it will provide jobs for the Liberian people.
How?
Have you seen? I'm coming to that. The first thing first is that you should understand, for Liberia to be on the Security Council, Liberia need to provide first 25 men and women to be part of the Secretariat. First 25 men and women to be part of the Secretariat. Secondly, the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, very soon they will be having Department of Tourism, not to be part of Ministry of Information. Now,
do you know
many people are coming.
who are currently heading the tourism department right now in Liberia? Currently, the new tourism stuff they started. Do you know who heading it?
Are coming.
Foreigners.
Are coming. That many people, you know how many million one Sierra Leone we're taking it over from Sierra Leone. One Sierra Leone had
Philemon Livingston, please come on the show so we can have this conversation.
One Sierra Leone had that seat. Do you know how many million? Because people wanted to see how Sierra Leone looked like. People wanted to see. People went to go read about Sierra Leone. People wanted to go look at that tourist site.
Do you know how much Jamaica make every year from tourism?
That's what I'm saying. So those men and women, that the Department of Tourism will employ, that is job employment.
Tourism alone in Jamaica is twice the national budget of the country in Liberia. They got a $2.9 billion annually in tourism in Jamaica. Small tiny little island like Jamaica.
I agree. But don't say that it will not bring no job opportunity for our people.
No. That's not what I said. I'm saying internationally, diplomatically, we good on the world stage. Domestically, look, let me say this, right? Liberia's problem has to do with two sectors of government: the legislature and the executive. The poverty you see in Liberia today, it is man-made poverty from these two group of branches of government: the legislature and the executive. AB, the amount of collaboration and energy and resources that they pool to win their one non-permanent seat. If our leader comes together to brainstorm, to work together, in 5 years, Liberia will be a different country. You understand?
As it is happening right now on JMB.
It is not happening, my man. Stop this thing. Look, we saw people who brag, oh, when we take over, we'll do this, when we take over. Some of them said they even make the principal list yesterday. When JMB were awarding different ministry, we didn't see Water and Sewer there. We didn't see Mika there. Mika part of man causing award and not carry because the other day the deputy minister then get me causing people man all he does. So that man cause a war he gets. You know. Okay. Greeting Kennedy. Kennedy, come on the show. The link is in the comment section. Saying you say I'm lying, come on the show. Let's have an adult conversation pertaining to Liberia. No feelings, no emotion, no sentiment. Come here. Let's proffer to the Liberian people way forward for our nation. This is not about political party. This is not about your region where you're from. The link is posted in the comment section. Click on that link. You have an opportunity to come on the show so we can have national discussion. No happening, no name calling, no insults. Let's keep it professional. Let's see what you have to offer the Liberian people, right? But as it stands right now, a steel mill as opposed to a iron ore concentrator. The concentrator is, in other words, that put it a simple way, it's like a sifter. The iron ore is like rocks. They're gonna crush the rock into pellets, little small metal, and it'll be shipped out of Liberia. Guess what? They're not doing anything with it with those things in Liberia. You need me? Oh, you going? Okay. So this right here is not something that will create more jobs for Liberia. It will benefit Asylum Steel because Asylum Steel, every bucket of iron ore that's going to be leaving the country now, it's going to be 100% iron. 100% iron. You understand? It's not the way they used to take the raw stuff from the mine and put it in the bucket and get shipping. No. Now it's going through the concentrator. Lamco company had it before anyway. Right? So, but if we have a steel mill, folks, don't take my word for it. Go on Google right now. Just a simple search. A iron ore concentrator versus a steel mill. Which one benefit the host country? And come back and tell me. Those of you who in the comment section now, do it. Do it who are listening right now. An iron ore concentrator compared to a steel mill. A steel mill will do 4 things. Number 1, job creation.
So
let me give me 30 seconds. Number 1, job creation. Long-term jobs, non-temporary jobs. Number 2, it will reduce infrastructure costs to the government. Because right now, like, we're going to build overhead bridges, they won't build roads and all the different things. When you have a steel mill, it will build metal beams that you can use to build the overhead bridges or the high-rise building that have metal beams. It will make steel rods. It will make metal sheets. A metal sheet can transform a lot of things. Nails and all the other different metal material that can be manufactured out of the steel mill, right? You will have a settlement steel operating 24/7. That means they will have 3 shifts. First shift from 6 to 2 or from 7 to 3. Second shift from 3 to 11. Third shift from 11 to 7. Then career advancement into industrialization, into engineering, human resources, all the different sectors, right? Then the Liberian shipping line. Oh my goodness. We have the second largest registry, the maritime. All the metal stuff that is being manufactured, all cannot be consumed in Liberia. They have to be shipped. So then now we will be getting more value added to our raw material. The 2-3% royalty that we're getting right now will be getting about 15, 20, 25, up to 30%. So do you see the opportunity that a steel mill plant will bring to Liberia as opposed to an iron ore concentrator that just separating, condensing the real iron ore and then shipping it outside of the country? Think about it. They will take the iron ore out of the country, go make a finished product, then they bring it back to Liberia. It will cost up more money. But individual, the fifth one, individual will be able to construct a home at a lower cost.
Okay, all right, Anthony. Since we purposely
Read what the brother just said. Vox Dixon. Read that.
I purposely came here today for us to be able to discuss the court ruling, the circuit court ruling, and that one we have dealt with that. Now, let us be able to go on the phone line. You can keep your call coming out on 952-452-4848. Once more, 952-452-4848. What?
Yeah, while we're waiting for the call to come in, you see, look, many of these people in leadership, they don't want most Liberians to strive. They want the people to stay what they are. So the electoral cycle come around, they give you back a rise, you know, they win a seat back, and they say they give it back. Oh, I'm in the interest. Everyone is talking about I'm in the interest of the people. Have you seen them introducing a national legislation that will impact living condition of the people? Look, we have 5 million people. Or United Nations put it at 5.6 million people. Look at the natural resources of Liberia. If you do what we call population density in geography.
Let me play you this clip.
Yeah. You know, say they arrested 3 citizen lawmaker and the injection started and the people going brother going also for that one there. They inside there. Yeah, with the former speaker, you know, man, you gotta go there for that one there. The lawmaker that you talking about. One day in our Senate carry a castle beach to go check how many people innocent and they are in jail for over, how you call it, 6-7 years. Some are even 3, 4, 5 months. No. They see lawmaker you talking about. You not seen them going central to go check in the cell there to see how many people in central there for the past week and they are innocent. No, brother. The lawmaker you talking about, that their children will be in front of you when you're going, that their wife and children will be in front of you. I don't do that true. Well, no. They see lawmaker you talking about. You not seen them going in down to city police office to go see how many people went to hustle and city police take their market. Go not seen them go to talk on it. No. You not hearing them talking about dropping school fees. No. Go in our hall. You not seen them. How you call it talking about the new law won't make school fee monopoly level. You not hearing them making law like that. No. You better pull that bro friend and forget about politician and Bene. You not get party 2029 can't you vote. You hear me? Yeah, brother. I'm going nowhere. I'm going again.
You know, the brother strike some point though. The brother strike some points. The brother strike a point that talks about our lawmaker, they are all for it for themselves. Our lawmaker, they are out for it for themselves. They will never think of the peasants, the vast majorities of the populations. You are talking about the executive. But what do you have to say about the national legislature?
These people don't care. Look, I can tell you, if these lawmakers in the executive mansion want Liberia to move forward, it will only take 3 to 5 years. Everything will not be rosy. Everybody will not be rich. But one thing for certain, that when you can sweep the street, you'll receive your pay on time, and you'll be able to buy whatever you want to buy for yourself.
Let's take the first call.
And that's
what is the name
the thing that they don't want.
What is the name and where are you calling out from? Oh, the quarter dropped the line. Go ahead.
So, AB, take for example, all the lawmakers, when they go on the Senate floor or the House floor, I'm in the interest of the Liberian people right now. Right now, what's happening in Liberia right now? Why should we have foreigners being cashier? Why should we have foreigners being hotel managers in Liberia? Why should we have foreigners being hotel supervisor or housekeeping supervisor? Why? Tell me, why should we have foreigners doing jobs like Liberian can do? I will only have a foreigner in Liberia who have a skill set that Liberia don't have.
I come in. Let me take Sam here. Sam, how you doing?
What about AB? How you doing? What's up, Anthony? What's going on?
I'm trying to be good.
Hey, how you doing, Sam?
Okay. Yeah, you know the video you just played. These are some of the education we have to give to our brothers. And some of us that support this government to come to power, we know everything is not rosy. But we need to continue to educate our people regardless of the government. And if you look at what's happening, Fonati, Abu, and Demi, they're not smart. You can't afford the state. They come on air and they make all the noise. At the end of the day, they know the reality. Okay?
What is the reality that they know of?
The reality there, you can't afford the state. The state will do everything to hold you once the state believe in the information that they have. You see, AB, we don't know the information the state have, and this is why some of us saying that we want the process to go on. And we want the process to go on because if it is proven beyond all reasonable doubt that these guys were not involved, then the state owe these guys an apologies, and the state need to find those people that burned that Capitol building down. And you know, one thing can really make me vex about our leaders. Sometimes they don't imitate some good things from the West. Maybe what will it take the Liberia government to put 100 or 200,000 to be able to come up with clear information on who burned that Capitol building? You'll get an answer tomorrow. If that one expensive, like I told you the other time, summon all the chiefs, the zoos in the country. Get those that burn the Capitol building 1 hour, they not count your fire like me. Who died that? My brother, let me tell you, that's why I love what Jerry Rowland said. All the lawmakers that city and the government officials, the thing they can do, you bring the Bible, you bring the Quran, they will swear. You bring Juju, they will not swear. We need to use every possible means to be able to clean our system. That is not working for all, it's not working for all. The weapon working for them, the people, they teach the children at age 1, 2 to be honest. Our people back there at age 2, we start teaching the children, anybody can not yet, and you laying out Isa.
Yes. Now what I can say, you tell that right now, what you say what they can't hear.
So from the beginning, we spoil everything, and it becomes a habit. And we start going around that visual cycle, then we want to blame other people. You see it? So we need to use the means available to us. That will be cheaper. In Gambia, the people can vote with rock. They don't vote with paper. I know they're not changing that pattern. The people can vote with rock.
No, they changed that
It's cost effective.
They changed that pattern a long time.
So we need to use something
They changed that pattern.
that works for us.
They changed that pattern long time. Long time they changed that pattern baking here.
Okay. Yeah, but that was cost effective. I listened to Yeke Kolba. Let me tell you, Yeke. Like he a second say you can make old lily a friend of B Bucky. The hunter that goes to hunt doesn't make noise. And the dogs that bite doesn't bark. Yeke thing by going around making flimsy statement. I agree with him. He needs to sue Richard Kun for breaking into his car. I support him 100%.
That one part, you have absolutely right to do so.
Wrong. But let me tell Yeke too, Yeke as well needs to be sued for vandalization when he went into the people's office and started breaking things. He broke the law. He's a lawmaker. He's not a lawbreaker.
Absolutely, I agree.
For that as well. The next thing he needs to be sued when he carried talks in the building there when they were tear gassing people. There has to be some disciplinary action. Let me tell you, if we want clean it, let's clean it good. And me, I'm for it. If anyone in that majority cause any problem, let them face the weight of the law. No minority, no majority. But we shouldn't just say, oh, that noise he's making, he's passing around. Yeke needs to know if he misbehaves, he'll get expelled. And if he get expelled, he will be punished according to the law. You're talking about, war. I can always tell some people, oh, and the country came from peace. Whole day you're discussing peace. When you will discuss the progress of this country? The time we can take to be discussing war. All our country came from war. Today they forget about it. They're moving on. When will we say
I'm telling you, my brother.
Look for our brackets out there. Like Anthony was saying, the thing Aslam are doing, they're not doing us a favor. They're not doing us a favor. But now that's why I know the Ivorian did. We're playing the cocoa, yeah? You face the chocolate, and when you want care for your people, you carry
You carry. Oh, my brother. I was going to say that. Thank you. Take it out from me. A great episode.
We tell the country now, literally, we tell it over to SETI. Let me tell you, my brother, AB, when you go India, when you go Pakistan, you see poverty. The people in West Point are better.
They 10 times better.
Go Bangladesh, AB, go see poverty. We're not broke. We're not poor. Our people are just being so greedy and desperate, and in the process, they are being duped. They think they're benefiting. I gave you an example. You see all they say, Lebanese Association, they go and get the government. Maybe 10
guess what? If you get each of those guys that put that money together, bringing in 10 container a year, you know how much the government lose already there? This is how our people are losing money. And this is how they are taking that country backwards.
Okay.
Like, brother, what a population we get.
We don't get plenty. Chalusa money on.
In Conakry, not Guinea, Conakry itself. It's more than Liberia. Why are we still having
the population of Liberia began more than the entire country of Liberia?
You just need, one thing I expected the government to do was to put out a bid. I need innovative Liberian and set up an innovative committee. Get that committee together. Gentlemen, yeah, this is Liberia. What do you think can work? What are the pilot project you guys think we can launch? My brother will get plenty of plastic in that we can use for recycle and people.
Oh yeah, and PVC pipe.
We got plenty of plastic and rubber around our place that we can fix some of these rubber bottles that we use for different things. We got
but even the water is what pipe when they buy, we can make that pipe right in Liberia.
Why is it our government is not thinking in this direction? Why? Sometimes I see sometimes one man get 4 cars in convoy. How many bought you get to sit on? How many?
But what is good? What a good thing they drive you on the folk car.
For what? Who testing you? Who behind you? Why do you even need bodyguard? One driver is not finished. Maybe if these guys doing these things and make the country safe, another thing, it cut down costs. Those EPL are running behind them, could be in the police to help control the how you call it, the security issue we got in the country. That one of the things I found on the government, those EPS men they sack from behind, we are not supposed to sack them. We need immigration. We need NSA. Put them in other sector. If you think you don't trust them in the EPS, put them in other security sector. Put them around the country. All of our borders are loose.
Completely loose.
The amount of money the government lost through corruption and through their own stupidity, thinking that they're doing favor or they're getting chopping. If only they knew how much outsider or other people were making from them, trust me, they will have a second thought and allow the system to work. This is why you see, I told people, even the JMB I support. One thing I'm a bit discouraged about, JMB is not inviting system. If you know what the women brought system here for? For my example, when that incident happened, the police brought camera. It brings transparency. It restricts people from stealing or doing wrong things. Bring system in place. Bring KPIs. Bring grade. If you say what's grade 1, grade 2, if you perform to the extent, this is your business.
You go to the next grade.
Bonus. You will see constructive competition.
You will see people working hard because they won't get to the next level so their paycheck can go up.
Who really in charge of Liberia? Us or that someone sitting somewhere we not know and they're the one running that country and we're pretending that we're the one in charge. We need to ask these questions. Something going on, we need to ask this question. I don't think we are in charge. Okay. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, thank you.
You know, it's just so unfortunate. They're one smaller country. You get people that join the street, protest, join the street.
And then Sam, you know the worst thing?
I live in the
West. The worst thing they're doing?
I support Joseph Barco to succeed. That me going jump behind Amanda way. Even my chicken, I can't encourage my chicken to go jump behind anybody.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And Sam, just to add on what you said, at the end of the day, they're not training new breed of leadership to come in. They're not training new guys to come in. Every one of these guys that come in after them, they are even worse than the previous one.
Our young brothers and sisters are being abused.
All right, thank you. Anthony, your closing statement, and then we'll...
Yeah, AB, I want to begin with the court case. Again, Liberians should hold their peace and stop, jubilating all around. The court case has been proceeded to the next level, wherein that particular court, Criminal Court A, has jurisdiction on criminal matters, and arson is a federal crime, right? It's not a miscellaneous or misdemeanor. So it's a serious crime, and the government prosecutor has to come, strong to make sure to defend the charges. If not, the defense lawyer of this lawmaker will walk free out of court. And again, an indictment is not guilty verdict. Each person that is indicted is presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Let's not put ourselves in the case. Let's follow the case as it unfolds each and every day. I'm pretty sure we will have new discovery, and based on those things, we will find what the truth is. I don't want this court case to be another investigation that have no ending. I want this to have a clear-cut ending. There are too many investigations in the country, and there's no closure. This is our national symbol. Those people who committed the act need to be brought to justice. My only disappointment in the process was there were Capitol Police or Capitol Security. I didn't see them being questioned. There were also opposition leaders, or let's say the majority Black people, also did not being brought to question. I don't understand how the police just narrowed it down to these very few people. I thought they were going to do a whole sweep of investigation and to pinpoint what things came from. How they just automatically assume that's only this group and left it as that. Who am I? I'm only just wondering in my head. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just think it didn't show a clear, independent, approach to the whole matter. The police were in charge the day before the incident took place. No police officer were brought in for questioning and other different things. At least to my knowledge, I didn't hear anything of that sort. And so that was the only place I have questions. But it is what it is. Let's follow what they have as evidence. As per this government rewarding people, I think they could do recognition without a ceremony. All these ceremonies that are money. Anytime the president have to come to a place, my people, it's not a joke. The amount of logistics that have to be moved, the amount of money spent every time the president moves, that's a lot of money spent. I can't lie to no one. And certain things don't really need ceremony, like to paint this article ministerial complex. You're king a cut ribbon. It's a waste of money to award, government official, appreciate them for that work. I mean, you don't have to have a ceremony for that. Okay? They can have a recognition letter and it a low bonus check, go to them, fine. All that ceremony you're having, that waste of taxpayer money that we don't even have. This youthful population of Liberia who are jobless, this administration needs to find solution to that. And that's where I want to end tonight. Thank you, AB, for having me.
Yes, understand. I'm J-Bone Jello, African Suya. Dabapola. Dabapola. Fanga you got one way.
That's how we'll let to come to the very end of the Manessa Raka talk show. But before we leave, let me recognize a few individuals here tonight. I must say, Hereta, thank you for your beautiful text messages that you have been sending into the group chat. Ato Titi Senior, thank you very much too, yeah. Jacob,
long time.
Jacob K. Jala, thank you, yeah. Amoiba Kanen, thank you very much, my friend. From Liverpool, thank you very much. Ato Zeze Jibiwala, thank you. Mose Masakwe, thank you plenty, yeah. My friend and brother Tano Jala, thank you. This is how we'd like to come to the very, very end of the Magistrate Barco Talk Show. If you are keenly listening, be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow for us to be able to bring you what is on your mind, so that we as Liberians we can be able to discuss about our country. So much we do. Let me tell you bye-bye for now.
You